Hi, alright. So, remember when I said I was installing Debian? Well, it appears that in just a few days, I have managed to brick my Debian install. What happened was I tried to install libnvidia-encode 1 onto my computer to get nvenc encoding running, but unfortunately, it bricked my Debian install. It is currently stuck on just a black screen, and when it went onto the splash screen, it only stayed on for a few moments and then gave you sort of the startup sort of text startup screen. Linux users, you'll know what I'm on about. And yeah, it is just stuck with that. So what I'm gonna do is, I still have my Debian live install USB, so I'm gonna hopefully use this. If I can get things sorted using this and not have to delete anything, that's gonna be incredible. Because even though I've only been using it for a little while, and even though there's not much to be lost, I still want to, keep all the things I've set up on there. So yeah, fixing my Debian install. I didn't think I'd end up having to do this so soon, but yeah. Okay, so right as I try to turn my computer off, the plot thickens. The plot thickens a lot. Essentially, when I sort of tapped the power button, it still came up with the Debian splash screen, the power off splash screen, which to me indicates that I have probably fucked up my NVIDIA drivers. So I'm gonna boot into my Debian Live CD. I feel so glad that I used the live CD though, like now more than ever. So, I'm gonna get into my BIOS, live system. Although thinking about it, whilst I'm here, if I do need to reinstall, I'm probably going to make my Linux partition bigger. Either that, or I use a different drive. Okay, I just realised I have time shift. Forgot I had that installed, so I'm booting back into the live environment to hopefully see if I can restore back to yesterday. Right, so I installed Timeshift on the live disk, and it's literally immediately come up with the snapshot I made a while ago. It's not great, but I'm gonna restore to it. It is a couple of days old, so I think after this I'm gonna have to make the changes that I made previously. But I think this is fine. This should be fine. To restore this snapshot. I'm gonna have to make sure that after this I make sure I install Timeshift again and everything. Alright, so I've just looked at all the actions that it's going to do. I'm hoping that, okay, so it is removing Steam and all the games, and a lot of the Flatpaks I'd installed. But I think, you know what, screw it. It's better than a lot of things, so I'm just waiting for it to work at this point. Also, I need to get this camera battery charged, because it is basically dead. Okay, so timeshift has finished restoring. So I guess restart and moment of truth. Does it work? I'm hoping it does. If not, it's GG. It should work. Hopefully it works. This is just pure co-op at this point. Okay. Everything seems fine so far. This is looking promising. I'm not holding my breath yet. Oh yes. Oh yes. Fuck yeah. I do need to reinstall NVIDIA drivers, but that's fine. We take that. Yeah, because it does feel slightly sluggish. I may swap over to Cinnamon or some other more lightweight desktop environment, because I just want to try other things now. Also, one thing I've just realized with reinstalling my NVIDIA drivers, the thing that I wanted to get, libnvidia encode 1, that I'd already had it installed, I think. So that was a fucking waste of time. But yeah, that is very much it for this video. I have saved my own arse with my forward thinking of getting timeshift. I know I need to make my backups more frequent, but I'm glad that I did it. It's now the next day, and basically everything's fixed. I have got everything to where I want it to be. Now my main effort is going to be transferring more things from Windows, my Windows partition, to my Linux partition. I did consider installing Linux Mint rather than Debian, because things were being a pain, but I decided not to. I did attempt to try Cinnamon, but some of their icons were just kind of balked on this install. Partially because I'm using Genome. But yeah, things are sorted in the way that I want them to be. So yeah, and I'm making sure I'm making timeshift backups daily or just constantly so that this doesn't happen again. But anyway, thank you for watching. I've been Orion, signing out.